welcome to Lawyer of the Week. Lawyer of the Week is creating a global community of lawyers, solicitors, and their support to inform and to encourage each other. Hi, this is Pamela Deneuve. Thank you so much for joining Lawyer of the Week. Our guest, Crystal Brohan, is an IP lawyer. She and I both survived Hurricane Irma here in Jacksonville, and we came out on the other side smiling. We're blessed, and we know that others were not so fortunate, and we send our wishes and support to them. Crystal has an interesting IP career because she translated a passion she had into her law practice. I think you'll enjoy. Hi. My name is Pamela Deneuve, and I'm pleased to invite you to Lawyer of the Week. This week, we are interviewing Crystal Brohan, and she's with Marks Gray. She manages a complex litigation practice in the area of trademark, patent, and copyright infringement, licensing agreement, and business contracts in the states and federal courts. Crystal prepares and files trademark and copyright applications, licensing agreements, non-compete, and non-disclosure agreements for a wide variety of clients. She represents clients before a trademark trial and appeal board on trademark disputes. Crystal also assists clients with domain name disputes in arbitration and federal courts. Crystal has been very involved in the litigation, and she has a award of excellence from the Florida Office of the Statewide Prosecutor. She also is AV rated by Martindale-Hubbell for ethical standards and legal ability, and the Jacksonville Business Journal of 2016 awarded her the Best Intellectual Property Attorney. So we're so happy to have Crystal with us today. Hello, Crystal.
Hello, Pamela.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. I just came back from the Jax USA Chamber Luncheon and thoroughly enjoyed myself with all the energy in the room in Jacksonville.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'd like to ask you our Lawyer of the Week questions. And the first one is when and what made you decide to become a lawyer?
Well, I was working in public relations and event planning in the Orlando area, and I didn't feel that much challenged. And a good friend of mine talked to me about going to law school. And that good friend of mine was a judge at the time, and he convinced me to sit for the bar exam, or not the bar exam, but excuse me, the prep course. And I sat for the exam to get into law school. And once I did well enough, I applied and I went to law school. And behind all of that thought process was that in the practice of law, you need to use your writing skills, your analytical skills, your speaking skills, a wide variety of skills. And you can do all of that in the practice of law. And I have used all of that in the practice of law. So.
Wonderful, wonderful. Crystal, why do you think that it's so challenging for your clients as well as lawyers to understand the importance of trademark law and intellectual property law?
Well, most clients, when they start a business, they're very concerned about getting their product or their service to market, getting their name known, having people recognize them. And they don't necessarily understand that they need to protect their ideas, their creative inspirations oftentimes, their logos, their brand. They don't understand the difference between a trademark, a copyright, or a patent. They don't understand the need for non-disclosure agreements, confidentiality agreements. They just want everybody to know about their idea and they want to sell it. And they don't understand the need to protect it from people who will take it and use it for their own gain. And so they don't necessarily educate themselves on that aspect of the law either. So that's what I do. I speak to all kinds of small business organizations, and I educate clients and my fellow lawyers, because some fellow lawyers, they may be business lawyers, commercial litigators, but they may not understand the value of intellectual property to their clients. And so I have to educate the lawyers on that.
Excellent, excellent. Well, who would be a perfect referral to your practice?
The perfect referral is a client or a business that has been successful for 3 to 5 years. They've been established. They have some money flowing in. They're recognized, but it dawns on them how valuable their intellectual property assets are, their trademarks, their inventions, and maybe their formulas for their beer, or their formulas for, they may have a recipe or a chemical formula. They may have an architectural plan that's unique. And they now realize, I really need to protect this. And they come to me, and I can help them register their trademarks. I can help them get architectural plans copyrighted. I mean, I can help them do all of those things and properly have the non-disclosure agreements put into place, teach them how to protect their trade secrets that they don't want other people, including their employees, to have. So that's what I can do for them.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now, what legacy would you like to leave in your practice, Crystal?
I would like my clients to think of me as having been a valuable resource to them, and a knowledgeable resource that helped them protect their business and the most valuable assets of their business, which is their inventions, their ideas, their brand, and that they remember me as somebody they could go to at any time to help them protect their intellectual property assets.
Tell me, how could you help say if there's a large corporation that needs some extra support? Maybe they already have their attorneys. Is there some way that you work with them as well?
I can. I have helped companies merge, do an inventory of their intellectual property assets, and go through mergers and acquisitions by helping them do an inventory, handle all the assignments. I have taken on the management of trademarks portfolios for large corporations, where I manage the day-to-day defense, basically making sure nobody else is out there using their trademarks. Every large corporation, every medium and small business needs to have somebody who's making sure nobody is out there using their brand as a new domain name or on a new product line that competes with them. So I help large companies as well as medium-sized companies with that type of protection.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we always ask our lawyer of the week, what do they do to manage their stress levels?
I do a lot of different things. I do yoga every morning. I also try to make sure that I swim a mile at least once a week. Sometimes I'm able to do it twice a week. I also walk a lot, and I exercise in the gym. So, and I started doing meditation. So that really helps me focus my mind and clear it of anxiety and all those things that can descend upon you when you're practicing law. So I try to have as healthy a lifestyle as I possibly can to help you manage the stress that comes with the practice of law.
Wonderful. That's great. I love hearing that, Crystal, because that's an example for many of us and many attorneys and I have been meditating for about 10 years myself. So I really do know how important that is. What is one thing that you would like anyone who's watching this to know about you, maybe that they don't know?
Oh, that's a surprise question. So, oh, what do they need to know? Many years ago in the 80s, I was in a sing and dance group called Up With People. And we traveled all over the United States and Mexico, singing and dancing and spreading the word of peace and that we can all live together and get along. And I think that is still a very relevant message in this day and time, that with all the wonderful cultures and people that we have in the United States and in the world, that we can live together, we can work together. And doing my International Trademark Association work, I'm still living that we can work together.
Wonderful. I imagine you saw that when you were in INTA in Barcelona a few weeks ago.
I did. That's a wonderful experience with over 10,000 people representing brands throughout the world. And you have interaction with people from all over the world, all languages and cultures. And, we are a global community, and we are trading and exporting and importing with each other all the time with our brands. And so I encourage all my clients to go beyond their little world and take their message and their products to other cultures.
Wonderful. Well, Crystal, we so appreciate you being our Lawyer of the Week. And to everyone else out there, we hope you'll join us again next week for our Lawyer of the Week. Thank you for joining Lawyer of the Week. We hope to see you again next week.